Good evening and welcome to the Section 3 Class A Finals between the Balwinsville Bees and the Liverpool Warriors. I'm Drew Matiasek, followed by Noah Deegan on my right, again for our second game of the night. Do you have anything to say? I know you were talking about Jacob Chiz's face-offs before this game. What do you have to say about that?
He's arguably one of the top face-off guys in the league, obviously in the section. Among one of the top guys. I'm looking forward to tonight's game as it will be a close game. I'm looking for a very competitive game between the two good teams, two quality teams. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited.
It's going to be a great game. Baldwinsville versus Liverpool coming up after the national anthem.
The
We are back for the Section 3 Class A section finals between the Balwinsville Bees and the Liverpool Warriors. I'm Drew Maniasic, followed by Noah Deegan. We can see Jacob Chiz lining up for the faceoff. He has, Noah, can you tell me how many faceoffs he has?
He has currently won 157 faceoffs against Jalen Grant.
As Chiz's stick is broken in half, the head has snapped off on the opening faceoff as Jalen Graham takes it up. Passes it over to Dominic Osbeck.
That's a huge, huge start for the Warriors as they get the
Back
face-off.
to Sacco. Over to Osbeck. Osbeck sends it over to Graham. Graham back to Osbeck. Osbeck making his move around Carson Dial. Osbeck back around to the X. Takes it in, shot bounced outside, wide of the net. And the whistle will be blown. It looks like it will be Liverpool's ball as Joseph Sacco takes it. Sacco bringing it around the net. Out in front, shoots, blocked by Baldinsville's goalies, Nicholas Carey. As it's sent up to Carson Dial. And it will be turned over to Baldinsville ball. It will be in Baldinsville's possession. As Braden Pennifer, no, sorry, excuse me. Dominic Osbeck takes it.
Great ride there by Liverpool as they stop the Baldinsville Bees from clearing the ball cleanly as they get another possession again.
As Joseph Sacco takes it and bounces it, and it just gets saved by Carey. And the ball is bounced outside, out of bounds. Once again, Nicholas Carey on fire for the Baldinsville Bees. That looked like it could have leaked right through into the net as Liverpool retains possession.
It's a great save there by Carey. Makes a good save and almost gets the ball back for the Bees.
As Damon Jones takes it up top. Jones trying to drive to the inside. Damon Jones takes it back behind on the X. The crowd is electric here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. I have not seen this many people here in a while. As it's sent up the middle, Nicholas Carey sticks his stick out for an amazing save again. As he sends it wide to Patrick Otts. And now Baldinsville's racing it up the field. Back over to Keegan Lynch. Lynch up top. As Lynch sends it through the middle. As it's sent over to Colin Doyle. Racing it inside is Lynch. Lynch trying to fire one. Goes right to the right side of the net. And it will be out of bounds, but Baldinsville will maintain possession of it.
Great clear there by the Bees as they keep the ball, and good shot there by Keegan Lynch just wide.
Owen Salinger and Nicholas Carey, the two probably best goalies in the section. It's Carson Dial, has it on the side. Defending him is Bradley Cole. Dial tries to send it through the middle, and he's knocked down. He's knocked down, but Dial gets it back and sends it up top. Colin Doyle has it, sends it behind back. Lynch dragging it around. Lynch trying to cut through the middle. He stops back. Lynch trying to cut back and curl around. He tries to curl around Damon Jones. And it's saved by Owen Salinger. And another amazing goalie, a sophomore with a bright future with Liverpool as Anthony Nicolucci takes it up the side. Nicolucci driving to the inside, cuts back, and drops it back. Liverpool has possession as he sends it over to Joseph Sacco. Sacco over to Dominic Osbeck. Osbeck back to Sacco.
Andrew, that's huge. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, say whatever you want.
That's a huge possession there by Liverpool, stopping Balwinsville on defense, forcing a pretty good shot, but Liverpool, old goalie Owen Salinger with a big save. Liverpool with the ball. Pass to Cloutier. Shot blocked. It will be Liverpool ball.
Liverpool get possession of this ball back on the sideline. No, back behind the net. Sacco takes it. Tries to cut back with it. Sacco sends it back behind the net to Jackson Furr. Furr taking it around. Back on the side, this Baldinsville defense is tremendous as it goes back to Graham. Graham fires it over to Osbeck. Osbeck trying to drive on the outside. Osbeck fires when it goes into the top left corner, and Liverpool has a 1-0 lead against the Baldinsville Bees. 7:28 left in the first quarter.
Great dodge down the lane by Dominic Osbeck as he finds the open spot and makes a great shot right over the shoulder of Nick Carey.
Amazing that Liverpool, who is 2-5 in the SCAC Metro, is currently beating and has taken an early lead against the Baldinsville Bees, who went 8-0 in the SCAC Metro.
The intensity and the can't really feel the words out right now, but it's there. It's a rivalry matchup between two quality teams right now, Drew. I'm expecting a very good turnout right now. The crowd's into it. Everyone's into it so far.
I'm really into it, as Jacob Chiz has just lost a faceoff to Jalen Graham.
Graham is a very quality faceoff guy, too.
As Baldinsville takes it up, Keegan Lynch. He is so fast out there. I know, Noah, we played against him on the hockey team this year.
Yes, we did.
As it's sent over to Carson Dial. Dial up top with it. Has Trey Ordway open on the left. As Dial tries to run through with it, as he's met with resistance from Damon Jones. Leo Johnson with it. Johnson trying to cut around into Salinger. Salinger with an amazing save, and Liverpool gets possession. Anthony Nicolucci with the ball, as Nicolucci goes behind the net with it, or to the side, and sends it up to, I'm sorry, that was Damon Jones that had that.
Great defensive possession again by Liverpool as they force a pretty good opportunity. Just an unlucky slide, and great save again by Salinger.
As Liverpool has possession of the ball. Sends it to the middle to Cloutier, and he shoots and scores. Liverpool up 2-0. 5:58 left in the first quarter.
That's a great play by Liverpool. It's a set play they run, and it's a great find as they find Aaron Cloutier cutting off of a screen, and he gets a goal.
Cloutier with an amazing goal and a crucial goal for Liverpool. You know, going into the game, I thought that Baldinsville could have just scored at least 3 or 4 by now, but it looks like Liverpool has scored 2 by now. This is if Liverpool can keep this up, they can knock off their greatest rival in the section finals as Chiz and Graham line up for the face-off.
Liverpool has brought that energy so far, and they've really picked up the intensity ever since the first face-off.
As Chiz wins the face-off back. As it's sent over to Colin Doyle. Doyle rushing up the side. Tries to fire one, and it goes way above the net on Owen Salinger. Baldwinsville will maintain possession of the ball. Taking it behind the net. Sent over to Doyle. Doyle being guarded by Bradley Cole. Doyle taking his time on this attack. This might prove lethal to Baldwinsville, taking time on the attack. They have the speed to do it, but Liverpool's defense is just dominant right now. As he fires one, Owen Salinger with an amazing save. One of the top goalies in the section. I think he just earned himself top goalie in the section. He's on fire right now. That's a sent just wide as Charles Preschunas sends it just wide, and Baldwinsville will pick up possession of the ball. Patrick Ott sending up. Keep going.
Sorry about that. Liverpool's been playing great defensively so far. I've liked what they've been doing. They've been forcing shots on Beeville's part, and Beeville's been taking them, but Owen Salinger's been up to the task so far.
As Carson Dial takes it to the left side of the net. Carson Dial rips one wide, way wide of the net on Owen Salinger as Keegan Lynch races to the ball. Looks like he'll get there first, and Baldwinsville will maintain possession. It's being guarded heavily by Charles Preschunas. As Keegan Lynch is trying to get around him, but Liverpool, Preschunas in specific, is doing an amazing job, that long stick defender on Keegan Lynch. And Lynch throws it to no one, and he's scooped out of bounds, but right to Liverpool. Right back to number 22, Damon Jones. As it's sent up the middle, playing with it around, up the middle, and Carey takes it with ease. There was a little bit of a bobble there, but that was an amazing pickup by Liverpool right there.
Liverpool has matched as well as increased the intensity and the energy so far, and I really liked how they started this game off.
As Keegan Lynch is taking his time out there, guarded by Charles Preschunas again. Jacob Chiz out there. Sends it over to Caden Cox. Cox to Johnson. Johnson fires it through the middle. As Trey Ordway gets there, and he'll maintain possession of the ball. Liverpool, Bradley Cole defending him. Trey Ordway taking his time, spins around him. Ordway trying to make something happen here as he sends it over. And it's sent back from from Johnson. Ordway trying to make a move on Liverpool defenders. As he drives it through the middle, Owen Salinger again. An amazing save by Owen Salinger. He is dominating on defense tonight in net for the Warriors.
Good defense there by Brad Cole, and Owen Salinger once again, up to the task.
As Liverpool takes it in. They're doing amazing things right now. Deflected off the stick. Carey trying to get a hold of it, and the whistle will be blown. And it looks like it was offsides. Looks like Liverpool will maintain possession. Jackson Furr takes it. Behind the net to Sacco. Now it's up to Clouthier. Clouthier back over. Now over to Furr. Furr fires one just wide, and Liverpool's on the race for it. As Liverpool gets possession of it, and it's over to Jalen Graham. Graham over to Osbeck. Osbeck over to Clouthier. Clouthier up top with it. Clouthier over to Graham. Graham, and it looks like Aaron Clouthier was not looking, but he gets the ball back, and it looks like they're going to try and set up their attack even further. Clouthier getting heavily defended by Beeville. He fires one, it goes in! Nicholas Carey lets another one in by Aaron Clouthier.
Beeville's going to call a timeout.
And it's a timeout on Beeville. This is incredible. Liverpool's up 3-0 in the first quarter. 1:41 left in the first quarter. Baldwinsville forcing the, I think, number 7 team in the state, 7th in the state, to force a timeout in the first quarter of this game. That is incredible. Owen Salinger dominating in net for the Warriors. He is doing a phenomenal job. And Aaron Clouthier with 2 of Liverpool's 3 goals right now.
Yeah, Liverpool's been playing unbelievable so far. They've matched the intensity. They even picked it up. They've brought the energy, and they're playing very well so far.
This is incredible what we're watching. This is an amazing lacrosse game. I hope it can stay this good. It's going so fast I can't even begin to process what's happening out there. This is amazing. We will be right back at the end of the timeout. And we are back after that timeout. Braden Penafeather Stevenson is probably going to be a freshman starter. He is doing amazing things for Baldwinsville and will probably be a starter on the D1 team as Jacob Chiz loses another faceoff. And the Liverpool Warriors, Owen Atchie, sends it over. It trips around the ref. Number 10 on Liverpool trips on the ref. And Beeville will get possession of the ball.
That's just an unlucky possession there for Liverpool. Jalen Graham is doing unbelievable things so far at the X, and he's been doing very well, been playing very well so far.
As Carson Dial starts with the ball. Carson Dial trying to make something happen on the outside. Dial moving to the inside. He shoots, and it's wide of the net again. This is what we saw with Fayetteville Manlius a lot in the game that just happened, Section 3 Class B against West Genesee. They were firing shots all over except for the net, and that really cost them to lose by 12 goals to West Genesee. As Doyle has it. Doyle tries to fire one, fakes it, goes around, cuts back again. And Doyle's going to try and set up with this one. 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Liverpool is pressing out very hard. They're not giving Doyle any separation, it looks like, right now.
As Doyle tries to fire one in, sends it back up to Ryan Hollenbeck. Now it's sent way over. Trying to drive to the inside. Making his move, trying to make his move around Charles Praschunas. Praschunas with amazing defense for Baldwinsville tonight. Keegan Lynch cannot get around it for the life of him, and he fires a shot wide. Charles Praschunas and the entire Beeville defense is doing amazing things in this game right now with 10 seconds left in the quarter.
Liverpool. I think you meant to say Liverpool.
Liverpool.
I think it's just Liverpool's defense has been playing better. I don't think it's Baldwinsville's offense playing terrible. I think it's just Liverpool's defense has been up to the task and then some so far. I don't think we can give Liverpool's defense so far enough credit for what they've done.
And another shot is fired wide by the Bees. Sent back. Salinger gets it, fires one up the field as time runs out. At the end of the quarter, Liverpool leads by 3-0 against the 7th-ranked team in the state, the Baldwinsville Bees. Baldwinsville took a timeout, 1 timeout left for the Bees, 1 timeout, 2 timeouts left for Liverpool. Noah, anything to say after that quarter?
No. I'm not really surprised. I knew Liverpool was going to come out fighting. I knew they were going to bring the energy and intensity, and they've so far shown it. They've gotten off to a very good start, unbelievable start, 3-goal lead. They've been playing very well offensively. Defensively, we cannot give them enough credit. It's not like Balwinsville's offense is playing terrible. It's Liverpool's defense has been playing on fire so far. They've been forcing not so good shots on Beeville's part, and Liverpool's taking advantage of it with 3 goals.
They are doing amazing things, Liverpool, on their attack and on defense. We're 12 minutes till halftime. The rain delay is what did it for FN. That's what sealed the deal for West Genesee. They scored, I believe, 5 or 6 unanswered goals against the Fayetteville Manlius Warriors. But it looks like the team's Hornets. I'm sorry. I'm getting my names messed up all today. I've never gone 2 games in a row here, But it's really good attack and defense for Liverpool. They're maintaining possession. They're doing good things with that possession. I mean, Keegan Lynch cannot get a shot off on Owen Salinger, and when he does, Owen Salinger is doing what he does best and saving that ball. Looks like there's an illegal stick on Liverpool.
Nope. Balwinsville, it looks like.
On Baldwinsville. It looks like it's on Baldwinsville. Things are not shaping up well for Baldwinsville so far in this game. And it looks like Colin Doyle will. And that might be. It's a 2-minute penalty on Colin Doyle for an illegal stick. It's unreleasable, too.
This is a huge opportunity for the Warriors to capitalize.
As the Warriors, Jalen Graham sends it behind the net. Warriors getting it. Jalen Graham back behind the net again to Jackson Furr. Furr over to number 10. Fires one, and Nicholas Carey gets the save, and the Baldwinsville Bees will get possession.
That's a great save by Carey, making a cross-crease save. Wow, that was a great save.
As Baldwinsville's trying to make it up the midfield. Sent over to Keegan Lynch. Lynch really turning on the Jets for this one. He fires, and Owen Salinger with an amazing save once again.
Good shot selection there by Lynch, but Salinger, again, up to the task.
He's up to the task. You are completely right, Noah. He is doing amazing things right now. Patrick Otts takes it. Otts.
Liverpool's going to try and double it here because they know they're up a man, and now they're going to try and get the ball back.
Ryan Quinn with it. Quinn trying to make something happen. Sends it over to Colin Doyle. No, Colin Doyle's not in the game. He just, my apologies. Really hard to see Baldwinsville's numbers. Trey Ordway. I thought it was a 2, and then I'm like, wait, Colin Doyle's got an unreleasable penalty right now. As Carson Dial has it. Sends it over. Back up to Ryan Quinn. Quinn up top. Looks like he's going to attempt to drop it back, and he won't. Ryan Quinn trying to rush to the middle, shake those Liverpool defenders off. He does. Takes it through the middle. Owen Salinger picks it up. Saved again by Ryan Quinn. Shoots it. Owen Salinger saves it again. 2 amazing saves for Owen Salinger.
That's a great run there by Ryan Quinn as he gets past a few defenders to the wide open lane. Owen Salinger makes another good save.
Ordway up top. Now he's released. Leo Johnson going out on the field for Baldwinsville. And the penalty is released. Leo Johnson trying to take it around the outside. Over to Lynch. Lynch trying to get around Pastunas. Cannot. Tries to curl back around. Salinger reads him. Up top, and he shoots and scores. Ryan Hollenbeck from Keegan Lynch makes it a 3-1 game. Liverpool still leads by 2.
That's a great feed there by Keegan Lynch. Cross-crease feed finds Hollenbeck wide open, and it's a 2-goal deficit now that Beeville can climb out of.
That is amazing. 9:34 left in the first half of this game. Liverpool still leads by 2. A very intense game for both sides as Chiz and Graham line up for the faceoff. And it looks like a false start. Liverpool will get possession of this ball automatically as it's sent over to Sacco. Sacco trying to set something up as Leo Johnson takes the field. Dominic Osbeck with it. Went to Graham, back over to Osbeck. Osbeck trying to make a run for it. Cuts back. He fires one. Saved by Nicholas Carey.
Good save by Carey.
Aaron Clouthier with an amazing shot. As they're trying to make a move for it, Liverpool cuts back. He fires one, bounce shot just short of the net. Dominic Osbeck trying to get around, as I believe Jackson Furr will start off with this one. Furr sends it wide to Osbeck. No, Osbeck's on. Sorry, that was Joseph Sacco. The jerseys are not the easiest to see right now. Sacco takes it, fires one just wide to Nicholas Carey. I think Baldwinsville will maintain possession with this one with Aaron Clouthier starting off with the ball.
Liverpool will keep possession on this
Sorry,
one.
Liverpool will keep possession.
Every possession here, every loose ball is just life or death. It's just another way to keep your possession alive.
Clouthier makes his way around, bounce shot, and Liverpool will get the rebound. Osbeck has it. Osbeck trying to make a move as he sends it to Jalen Graham. Graham making his way through the middle. He fires a shot, and it's saved by Nicholas Carey. And Baldwinsville will get possession of this one, but it won't be easy for them. Leo Johnson racing it up the field. He's getting chased by Jalen Graham, and he sends it over to Braden Penafeather Stevenson. Stevenson over to Keegan Lynch. Lynch to the middle of the dial. Dial tries to send one over. Ryan Quinn shoots. Owen Salinger saves it once again. And it looks like a whistle's blown. And Baldwinsville will maintain possession. Sent over to Lynch. Lynch sends it up to Doyle. Doyle trying to just take his time behind the net on the X. 7:19 left in the half. Doyle trying to see what he can do. He cuts back, and he tries to look at his options as he fires one up top to Ordway. Ordway passes one to the side to Carson Dial. Dial with it now. It's being pressed by Beeville defenders back to Ordway, over to Lynch. Lynch taking his time on the side. 6:46 left in the first half. Lynch cannot get around Beeville defenders today. They're all over him. Lynch tries to fire one and fires one wide of the net again. It looks like they will maintain possession as Ryan Hollenbeck will start off with it. Hollenbeck passes it over to Quinn. Quinn fires one high to Ordway, or Carson Doyle. Doyle to Ordway. Ordway is bodied. He is bodied by Jean-Paul Cooper. And a whistle's blown, and Baldwinsville will get possession of it as it's sent over to Doyle from Dial. Doyle starting off with it.
Liverpool's defense has been pressing so far. They've been doing everything they should be, but ever since that one goal, they've been doing very well.
Doyle trying to make his way around, cuts around. Doyle sends one behind the net to Quinn. Quinn trying to make something on the X as Michael Fontanella is trying to guard him. Sent up to Lynch. Lynch sends one over to Doyle. Sorry, he sends one up to Dial. as Anthony Menichelli gets on the field and gets the ball. Menichelli on the far. Menichelli trying to rush one through, sends one just wide of the net. Ryan Quinn trying to race to it, and Baldinsville will get possession of that one. 5:24 left in the first half. Liverpool leads 3-1. Sends one up to Dial. Dial loses control of the ball, and Liverpool will get possession.
Great check there by Bradley Cole as he gets Liverpool a huge possession. Sorry for that. And they get the ball back.
Back to Owen Salinger. Salinger's going to make something happen with this one. Sends it way wide to Dominic Osbeck. Osbeck trying to make something happen. Sends one over to Sacco. Shoots one just wide. Aaron Clouthier shoots one just wide of the net. Baldinsville maintained possession. 4:57 left in the first half. Just 10 on Liverpool. Sends it up to Jalen Graham. Graham up to Sacco. And there's a timeout on the Liverpool Warriors. The Liverpool Warriors will take a timeout, one timeout left for each team respectively. And we are going to take this timeout as a little timeout for ourselves. We'll be right back after this timeout. And we're back after that timeout. Liverpool 3, Baldinsville 1. So Aaron Clouthier will start off with the ball. Oh no, my apologies. Dominic Osbeck will start off with that one. Osbeck starts off with it. Sends one down the side. He's racing with it behind the net. And sends one up to Graham. Graham back over to Osbeck. Osbeck on the side. And back over to Graham. Graham sends one over to Sacco, and he fires just wide. Liverpool will maintain possession. Is it sent back over to Sacco? Sacco sends one over to Clouthier, and he fires one right over Nicholas Carey's head, making it 4-1 Liverpool. Aaron Clouthier with his third goal of the game to make it 4-1 Liverpool.
That's a great recovery there as Clouthier gets a ground ball, recovers it, makes a great move between two defenders, then fires it right over the goalie.
As it looks like Jacob Chiz and Jalen Graham will take the faceoff once again. Jalen Graham is dominating against Jacob Chiz. Jacob Chiz not having the greatest day in the aspect of faceoffs.
You still have to respect Jalen Graham, his face-off ability, though. He is still a very solid face-off guy. For the
Jacob
Liverpool
Chiz
Warriors.
wins that one, but he's bobbling it a little bit. Ryan Quinn takes it, and he's trying to right it behind the net. Ryan Quinn up to Keegan Lynch. Lynch sitting with it for a little bit. I think he's waiting for Trey Ordway to come onto the field. Ordway substitutes in for Chiz. As he does, he sends it right over to Trey Ordway. Ordway sends it up to Doyle. Doyle racing, cuts back, right back to Ordway up top. Ordway trying to make something happen with it over to Lynch. Lynch back to Ordway. Ordway sends it over to Doyle. Carson Doyle taking it, and it's knocked out of his stick by Damon Jones. And it's up in the midfield, and Liverpool is trying to fight for it, and a whistle's blown, and it will be Liverpool ball. As Jackson First taking it up the side, met by a lot of Beeville defenders, and a whistle is blown again. And there's a timeout from Baldwinsville. From Liverpool, my apologies, timeout on Liverpool. 3:03 left in the first quarter, in the first half of this game. Noah, this is incredible. 4-1. Aaron Clouthier has 3 of those 4 goals that we're seeing. He's on fire this game. I mean, this is a massive upset happening right now.
I don't think it's an upset. I think Liverpool is a very quality team, and I think they're fighting for their lives right now, and they should be. They've been playing very hard. They've been playing very intense. Their defense has been unbelievable so far. They've been forcing people to make very tough passes, very tough plays. They've been reading and recovering very well to their slides. I've liked how Liverpool's been playing so far.
Liverpool's doing a tremendous job. No one ever would have thought that they could have had a lead entering the second half of the game or ending the first half of the game so far. Liverpool up 4-1, 3:03 left in the first half. We'll be back in a quick second. And we're back, 4-1 Liverpool, 3:03 left in the first half. Liverpool just coming back from their second and final timeout of the first half. It's Joseph Sacco starts off with it. Sacco sends one back up to Osbeck. Osbeck trying to make something of it. Osbeck trying to cut around. Cuts back. Fakes a pass and sends it up to Jalen Graham, but it's intercepted by Baldwinsville. Racing it up the middle, sent over to Keegan Lynch. Keegan Lynch sends one over to Carson Dial. He shoots, he scores! Carson Dial to make it 4-2 Baldwinsville. 2:27 left in the first half of this game.
That's a huge goal by the Bees as they stop the momentum that Liverpool had. And it's a fast break goal off a great play by the long stick midfielder there to intercept the pass.
Keegan Lynch with the assist on that one. I think that's his second assist of the game. Owen Salinger could not see that one coming. 4-2 Liverpool. 2:27 left in the first half. Jacob Chiz and Jalen Graham back up on the faceoff. I love this pair on the faceoff. It's always an intense faceoff to watch. And again, whoever wins faceoffs will win the game. And it looks like Jalen Graham will come away with that faceoff win. And it looks like it was knocked out of Riley Cooper's stick, but Owen Salinger will get the ball and send it over to John Paul Cooper. Cooper racing it. And there's a flag on the play. As there is a massive hit from Baldwinsville. And there's another flag on the play. It looks like Baldwinsville could be 2 men down for a minute in the last minute 57 in this half.
That's a huge, huge momentum change right there. As I thought Baldwinsville was going to finish the half off with all the momentum in the world. Liverpool looks to have swung the momentum back in their favor once again, Drew.
This is incredible to see. Looks like one of them will be Keegan Lynch, Baldwinsville's star player on the lacrosse team, and the other one will be on Austin McClintock, it looks like. And it looks like Keegan Lynch's will be for holding. And it is unnecessary roughness on Austin McClintock, thanks to our PA announcer, Daryl White. As Liverpool will get with the ball, Dominic Osbeck with it, sends it over. We don't have a number 10 on our roster. We have to get that from Daryl after the half. Dominic Osbeck starting up on the top, sends it over to Joseph Sacco. Sacco sends one wide. Over, just fired over Nicholas Carey's head. And the official will be blowing the whistle, and it will be Balwinsville possession. Balwinsville will gain possession on this play with the last minute 34 after they're down 2 men. As Carson Doyle steps into the game. The long stick Tucker Macknick sends it wide. Back over to Macknick. And it looks like Balwinsville will take use their last time out of the half. 1:21 left in the first half. Liverpool 4, Balwinsville 2. Noah, what do you have to say?
That's a huge ground ball. Well, not ground ball, but that's a huge backup by Balwinsville as they get possession, and they will look to kill as much clock as they can. Down 2 guys here, and they'll try to milk the clock and try to get the final shot off the half.
Well, it's just an amazing game that we're seeing out here. I never would have thought that Liverpool would have even had a lead in this game, and it's 4-2, 1:21 left until halftime. I mean, this is an amazing game. We'll be right back after this timeout. And we are back. We got number 10 from Noah Deegan. The man on my right side is Owen Michaud, the sophomore attack. 1:21 left in the half. Both teams have used both their timeouts. This is fairly unusual to see. As Balwinsville will start with possession, and it will be fired out of bounds. Balwinsville starting off with it, sends it over to Colin Doyle. Doyle sending it back to Lynch. Lynch is finally released from his penalty. Lynch shitting with it over there and sends it back over to Colin Doyle. Doyle grounds one over to Carson Dial. As Carson Dial tries to get something set up here on Balwinsville's attack. Dial trying to race one through. He gets it. He shoots and scores. Carson Dial makes it a 1-goal game with 46.5 seconds left in the game.
Halftime.
Halftime in the half. Sorry. 46.5 seconds left in half before halftime. Balwinsville just down by 1 goal now against the Warriors. An amazing momentum swing for the Balwinsville Bees entering halftime. Carson Dial hyping up the Balwinsville student section on the sideline as we enter the last 46.5 seconds in the half. As Jacob Chiz wins the faceoff with these, he's racing down the middle. Jacob Chiz shoots, fires just wide of the net.
Huge faceoff win for the Balwinsville Bees there as Chiz wins a huge faceoff for them to keep possession.
So we can see Trey Ordway and Colin Doyle entering the field as substitutions. Sent wide, back up to Colin Doyle. 30 seconds left in the half. Doyle sitting with it up top, trying to waste some time here, maybe get something done in the last few seconds, not to let Liverpool have any sort of possession in the last part of this first half. Colin Doyle swings around Liverpool defenders, intercepted, and he's bodied by number 27 on Liverpool's Jean-Paul Cooper. As Collindale takes it, intercepted by Liverpool, tipped off the stick of Riley Cooper, and it's sent out of bounds. 1.2 seconds left in the first half.
That's a huge pass deflection there, and it stops all the momentum and everything that the Bees had going.
Sent in the middle, not in time. Owen Salinger got a stick in front of it anyways. End of the half. Liverpool Warriors 4, Balwinsville Bees 3. An intense matchup for the Section 3 Class A Boys Lacrosse Final. It's coming down to faceoffs is what I've been seeing. It's coming down to faceoffs and defense. Defense wins championships, and Owen Salinger and Nicholas Carey have been doing amazing jobs in net for both teams. It's a relatively low-scoring game. Noah, you have anything to say else on this before we go to the halftime break?
Nothing else, really. I mean, you covered it all. Faceoffs are very, very, very important in this game, and defense has been playing unbelievable for both sides, as there's only 4 and 3 goals scored for each team. That's very low for lacrosse at half.
That is extremely low. These are, what we'd see in the final score of a hockey game and not halftime for a lacrosse game. Balwinsville's meeting on their half of the field. Liverpool's meeting on their half of the field. We have 9:27 left in the half, or before the third quarter. We'll be right back. And we're back for the second half of this game. We've got a quick booth view going on here. There you go, Kai. You got it. It's a little zoomed in. But you okay. 4-3. Liverpool leads. This is an incredible. I didn't think this could happen for Liverpool. I mean, Balwinsville going into this game was 15-1 overall, 8-0 in the SCAC Metro, 10-0 in their conference. For Liverpool, they were 11-5 overall, 2-5 in the SCAC Metro, 2-5, and Liverpool was 8-0 in the SCAC Metro. I didn't expect this to happen. Liverpool is giving us a great game right now.
Yeah, they've brought the intensity and the energy. Like I've said repeatedly, they came out of the gates flying. They got 3 in the first quarter alone, and Aaron Cloutier has been putting on a show. 3 goals in the first half.
Yeah, this is incredible. Cloutier with 3, Dial with 2, and Keegan Lynch with 2 assists, but that's for Balwinsville. But Aaron Cloutier for Liverpool and Owen Salinger are really dominating out there. We're seeing a great defense from Charles Pastunas for Liverpool, guarding Keegan Lynch, not letting him get around. It looks like the game's going to start, so we're going to get back to that right here for the opening face-off. Jacob Chiz talking with Carson Dial before this face-off, which will be probably one of the most crucial face-offs he will take all year long. As Jacob Chiz steps in the circle to start off the second half, and Jalen Graham steps in the circle for the second half. And we are off. For the second half of this game. Back over to Ordway. Ordway starting it off with us, over to Dial. Dial up to Doyle. Doyle back to Dial. They're playing a little pitch and catch over here. Now it's over to Ordway. Ordway up to Doyle. Still trying to cut through the inside, going far. Over to Ordway. Ordway fires one, saved by Owen Salinger. Deflected off Owen Salinger's stick. Outside, Balwinsville will maintain possession.
It's a good cross-crease look there from Balwinsville as they find a wide-open player.
Keegan Lynch tries to make his way around. He shoots one, fires, and it goes in. Keegan Lynch ties it up with 11:21 left in the third quarter. 4-4 ball game here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. It's Cicero North Syracuse High School.
That's a huge dodge by Keegan Lynch right off the start of the second half. That's a huge play, and that swings Balwinsville once again gaining the momentum.
Balwinsville for Keegan Lynch, I should say, 2 assists and 1 goal. Carson Dial with 2 goals as Jalen Graham and Jacob Chiz go for another faceoff. As Jalen Graham pops it up, and Liverpool will get possession.
It's a huge face-off win by Jalen Graham. He's been playing very, very well at the X so far tonight.
Owen Salinger passes it up to Damon Jones. Damon Jones passes it up the field. Liverpool trying to make something of their attack. Owen Mashad has it. Mashad directing traffic almost here for Liverpool's attack as he sends it over to Sacco. Jalen Graham entering back in the game, substituting in. Riley Cooper substituting out. Sacco on the far side. Sacco trying to make his way around. Can't quite get there. Can't quite get around Leo Johnson, who's defending him really well. But Sacco's doing it anyways. He fires one. Nicholas Carey with an amazing save.
That's a huge save there by Nicholas Carey. Makes a big-time save as Balwinsville plays unbelievable defense there, forcing a tough shot.
Seems almost the momentum has shifted into Balwinsville's favor as Keegan Lynch tries to send one over. Fires one, shoots, scores! Balwinsville ties it up. Ryan Hollenbeck sends one over at the left shoulder of Owen Salinger.
That's a huge goal by Ryan Hollenbeck as the Balwinsville Bees will take the lead here.
The sideline for Balwinsville's going insane. 5-4 Balwinsville coming back from a 1-goal deficit at halftime with 10:08 left in the quarter. Keegan Lynch to Ryan Hollenbeck. Another assist for Keegan Lynch. He has 4 points in this game so far. A D1 commit for lacrosse, probably going to start as a freshman on that D1 lacrosse team. as Jalen Graham wins the faceoff. Graham passes it right back to Damon Jones. As Mashad has it. Mashad sends it over to Sacco. Sacco up top, waiting for something to happen, and sends it over to Damon Jones. Jones picks it up. Damon Jones trying to make his move around. Oh, and Owen Jones gets around, shoots, and scores! Damon Jones makes it 5-5.
Jake Soccer, we got Damon Jones on our roster as printed out. Jake Soccer with a great dodge right down the lane, bumps off his defender, makes a nice left-hand tuck, and finishes it right in the back of the net.
It looks like our rosters are a little messed up here. It was messed up for the FM West Genesee game. Wouldn't be surprised. Jacob Chiz takes one off the face-off. 6-5 Baldwinsville.
This game is just unbelievable right now. It's just back and forth, back and forth. We don't know what to expect. It's unpredictable what we will see next.
This game is back and forth, back and forth. I can't tell who has the momentum right now. Jacob Chiz just walks one in right off the face-off. Chiz and Graham lining up for the face-off.
It will be an early start for Jalen Graham of the Liverpool Warriors. Now Carson Dial will have it. Dial takes it down the wing. Dial scaling his options. Good defense played by Brad Cole.
Our apologies tonight. I just checked in with our PA announcer, Daryl White. Jake Soccer is number 22 for Liverpool. And he was the one who scored that goal, not Damon Jones. Back to Owen Salinger. Salinger fires one up the field. Fighting for it in the midfield. It's a loose ball. And it's getting pretty heated here. The referee blows the whistle. And it will be Baldwinsville possession. 8:26 left in this quarter. Keegan Lynch sends it up to Caden Cox. Cox sends it over to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck curling around and sends it back up to Doyle. Doyle over to Cox. Cox up to Doyle. Doyle had to jump a little bit for that one. Doyle trying to make something. Cuts to the inside. Sends one to Dial. Dial shoots. Deflected off Owen Salinger's stick. There's a race to it. The net is empty for Baldwinsville, and they're taking it around. Salinger gets back in his net quickly. Dial sends... Doyle's... Ordway sends it over, and Baldwinsville scores another one. 7-5 Baldwinsville. And they're doing one of my favorite celebrations on the sideline, the Baldwinsville lacrosse team.
The Baldwinsville Bees are now just bringing the energy. They're having fun with it, too. They've brought now the intensity. They've brought the energy right away to start the second half. They've been playing unbelievable so far.
And it looks like there will be a Liverpool timeout with 7:36 left in the quarter. Baldwinsville Bees lead 7-5. We'll be right back. And we are back after that Liverpool timeout. Baldwinsville leads by 2. Chiz and Graham on the faceoff. Again, apologies for that last Liverpool goal. Our roster was messed up. The roster we were given says Damon Jones was number 22, but it looks like Jake Soccer is number 22 for the Liverpool Warriors. As it's popped up again, Liverpool will win this faceoff. Baldwinsville's racing it up the side. Sends it over to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck behind the net. Curls around. Hollenbeck to Johnson. Johnson sitting with it. Sends it up to Dial. Dial back to Johnson. Johnson taking his time behind the net with 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Leo Johnson directing traffic as Trey Ordway enters the field again. Johnson making a move. Blocked by Liverpool, and Liverpool will get it back. Owen Atchie with the ball. Sends it up. Baldwinsville intercepts it. Keegan Lynch takes it in, shoots, he scores! Keegan Lynch, there's flags on the play.
What happened?
Keegan Lynch is down after that play.
Balwinsville Ride was once again effective as...
And it looks like John Paul Cooper, the long stick for Liverpool, could be getting this penalty. It looks like 6:32 left in the quarter. Beeville leads 8-5. John Paul Cooper it's an unreleasable penalty.
1 minute as well. This could be a huge opportunity for the Balwinsville Bees to truly take momentum of this game and truly take off.
Looks like there's some little stoppage of play here. Not going to start immediately. This is looks like, obviously Baldwinsville's going to start off with this as Liverpool's a man down. It's an illegal body check on John Paul Cooper. And it's an unreleasable 1-minute penalty as we start it back. Dial has it. Sends it up to Ordway. Ordway across to Lynch. Over to Ordway. Dial has it back up to Ordway. Ordway over to Lynch. Lynch to Ordway. Fires it. Hits off his stick. Salinger can grab it. Salinger out. Trying to look at his options for what he can do. Fires one up the field. Out of his stick. Out of Charles Praschunas' stick. And Baldwinsville will get possession as Keegan Lynch starts off with it.
That's a huge drop. It was an unfortunate drop by Charles Praschunas. And now Baldwinsville will once again get possession.
Doyle starting off with it. Lynch over to Ordway. Ordway over to Doyle. Doyle to Lynch. Lynch trying to see if he can do something with it. Over to Doyle. Doyle to Dial. Dial to Doyle. Doyle to Lynch. Trying to see what they can do here. Lynch takes it up to Colin Doyle. Doyle sends it to the side. Over to Colin Doyle. Sidearm shot and is just wide of the net. Baldwinsville will take it. And they send it up to Trey Ordway. Ordway to Doyle. Doyle to Dial. Dial to Ordway. Ordway up to Doyle. Doyle to Lynch. Lynch to Doyle. Doyle tries to curl around through the middle over to Carson Dial. Dial to Ordway. Ordway back over to Doyle. Doyle to Dial. Dial shoots just above the net. It almost hit the photographer standing on the far side of the field. Good thing she got out of the way.
That was a close call.
That was a
there,
very
too.
close call.
God.
Good thing. That was a rocket of a shot. Trey Ordway with it. Ordway to Johnson. Johnson to Ordway. Doyle drops it, gets it back over to Ordway. Ordway to Quinn. Quinn to Ordway. Ordway back over to Quinn. Quinn tries to make a move with it over to Lynch. Lynch through the middle to Hollenbeck. He shoots and scores. Ryan Hollenbeck with a goal from Keegan Lynch. That's Keegan Lynch's 4th assist of the game, and I believe Ryan Hollenbeck's 2nd goal of the game.
Balwinsville capitalizing on Liverpool coming back, the Liverpool player coming back into the play after the man up just ends, and Balwinsville once again will find the back of the net.
This is incredible, an incredible turn of events. Balwinsville now leading by 4 goals, 4:23 left in the 3rd quarter. Jalen Graham and Jacob Chiz back at it on the faceoff. It's electric here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. Faceoff. Graham and Chiz battling for it, and a whistle's blown. And Liverpool will get possession of it. Jalen Graham starting off with it. Excuse me, that's Jake Soccer. Jake Soccer. Gets knocked out. Soccer almost loses possession of it. Soccer taking it around. Tries to fire one on Nicholas Carey, and it's knocked out of his stick. Carey grabs it, and Johnson is taking it up the field. Johnson to Cox. Cox to Lynch. Lynch fires one up to Leo Johnson. Johnson over to Ryan Hollenbeck, the man of the evening for Balwinsville. 3 goals for Ryan Hollenbeck tonight. That makes it a 5-goal game for Balwinsville.
That all started with Braden Pennefeather Stevens, great defense. We haven't really said his name too much in the broadcast area now. It's very hard to pronounce his name. He helps Nick Carey with an easy routine pickup save. The Bees clear the ball routinely, and it's a clean fast break, and Hollenbeck is just wide open, and he finds the back of the net once again.
Balwinsville has scored 4 unanswered goals, and it is a 6-1 quarter so far as Jacob Chiz wins the faceoff. Taking it down the side is Pennefeather Stevenson. We just said his name, Noah, right after you said we haven't said it much, as it's a grounder right over to Colin Doyle. I love saying that. I wish we could do more baseball. Unfortunately, the CNS baseball team had lost last night. A great season to the CNS baseball team who lost last night in sectionals to Fayetteville Manlius. Take it in. A block shot. It's loose, but Liverpool picks it up. Riley Cooper had it. And Liverpool's taking it up the side, tossing it over, and it's a loose ball. Colin Doyle grabs it and is taking it back. Doyle over to Lynch. Lynch bounces it to Doyle. As Trey Ordway enters the attack. Looks like Ryan Quinn has it right now. Ryan Quinn behind the net. Taking it just wide. Sends one up the middle. There's no one there. It's a race for the ball. Making sure no one's offsides. And it looks like the whistle will be blown. But Tucker Macknick had got the ball.
It's going to be an over and back on the Bees as Liverpool will now retain possession.
It looks like Liverpool has possession. So, Michaud has it and sends it over to Clouthier. Clouthier over to Graham. Graham over to Osbeck. Osbeck taking it in. Osbeck getting a shot off. Nicholas Carey with an amazing save on Dominic Osbeck's shot as he sends it up to Tucker Macknick.
That's a great save by Nicholas Carey as Dominic Osbeck with a great dodge right down the right
Tucker
side.
Macknick could not get that one. There's a flag on the play. It looks like it'll be a penalty on number 16, Greg Marinelli, the long stick sophomore for Balwinsville. Looks like Balwinsville will be a man down for about a minute.
And this is a huge opportunity for the Warriors to capitalize and swing the momentum pendulum back in their direction.
This is an incredible lacrosse game that's happening right now.
It's just back and forth. You don't know what's going to happen next.
It's a tripping penalty on Greg Marinelli. Both flags from the officials were thrown. That was a very clear tripping penalty from the long stick. You know, it's very hard with a long stick to try and avoid those types of penalties. You know, your stick's everywhere. It's easy to get those hard shots off. But, it's really, really hard to go without tripping someone out there.
Yep.
Sacco has it. Sacco sends it behind to Fur. Mashad has it. Sends it over to Graham. Graham over to Sacco. Sacco over to Fur. Jackson Fur sends it up to Mashad. Oh, and Mashad has it back over to Jackson Fur. Jackson Fur taking it. Sends it over to Sacco. Sacco trying to do some movement here as he sends it back over to Jackson Fur. Jackson Fur through the middle. Sends it over to Osbeck. Osbeck shoots. He scores! Dominic Osbeck with the goal to make it 10-6. Baldwinsville still leads, but it's by 4, reducing that Baldwinsville lead.
That's a huge goal by Dominic Osbeck as he finds the ground ball, picks it up, and fires it right past Nick Carey.
And it looks like they're going to be taking the face-off now. Face-off is taken. Jacob Chiz wins it. Chiz trying to send it over to Johnson. Johnson grabs its push, but he stays with it. Johnson racing it up the field. Send it over to Pennefeather Stevenson. Pennefeather Stevenson to Ryan Hollenbeck. Shoots, scores. A quick answer to Liverpool's last goal. A great turn of events for Baldwinsville. 11-6, 1:04 left in the third quarter.
Beeville's brought the intensity. They're bringing the energy. Even on the sideline, you can see players jumping around, hooting and hollering. This has been a great start to the second half for Baldwinsville as they've now scored 8 goals in the third quarter, in the start of the second half.
This is incredible. An incredible turn of events for Baldwinsville. 1:04 left in this third quarter. As the faceoff is won by Jacob Chiz. Jacob Chiz tripped down by Jalen Graham, and there's a flag on the play. It looks like this will be on
Liverpool here.
Liverpool. I can't tell who it is, though. As Pennefeather Stevenson has it, sends it over to Dial. Dial sends it far. Dial grabs it with one hand, fakes the shot, fires one, and a save by Owen Salinger.
Huge save by Owen Salinger as this stops Carson Dial making an unbelievably shifty move, and it's a good save there, low stick side.
Ryan Hollenbeck with 4 goals this quarter. An amazing performance, not only this quarter, but this game. And it looks like that Liverpool penalty was on Anthony, my apologies, Riley Cooper. I was looking at the Baldwinsville roster there for a little bit. As Baldwinsville starts off with it. Hollenbeck over to Johnson. Now it's back up to Doyle. Doyle to Ordway. Ordway to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck back behind the net. Fires one back to Lynch. Lynch over to Quinn. Quinn fires one wide of the net. Trey Ordway will start off with this possession for Baldwinsville. Ordway going through the middle. Sends one wide to Colin Doyle. He shoots and scores. 3.9 seconds left in the quarter. Baldwinsville now leading by 6 goals, 12-6. Liverpool had a lead entering this half. Baldwinsville has responded. I think it's safe to say Baldwinsville has responded this quarter. 3.9 seconds left in the quarter. Baldwinsville is doing an amazing job.
Yeah, it's a huge turnaround. They went from having 3 goals heading into the second half to now having 9 goals and now having a total of 12 in just one quarter. They had a total of 3 in the second half, and now in the first half, and now they have 9 just alone in the third quarter.
This is incredible. As Jacob Chiz's stick is knocked up in the air by Jalen Graham, and the buzzer will buzz. 12-6 is your score. Baldwinsville leading by 6. We have 12 minutes left in this game unless it goes to overtime. We'll be right back. And we're going to be back now. We're going to do this booth view now. This is incredible.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's an unpredictable game. What can you say? You went from Liverpool starting the second half off with a 4-3 lead, and now it's 12-6 Balwinsville. What can you expect now?
I think that was a 9-goal quarter. Ryan Hollenbeck with 4 goals that quarter. Carson Dial with 2 goals so far. Aaron Clothier with 3 for Liverpool. This is an incredible turn of events. Keegan Lynch with, I think, 4 assists and 1 goal, maybe?
Yep.
I think that's
pretty
about
sure
accurate.
that's
3 to 4 assists for Keegan Lynch. Amazing. Amazing for Baldinsville. Not so great for Liverpool, but they had a great first half. Let's see if they can keep it going with Jalen Graham and Jacob Chiz taking the face-off right now, or at least Jalen Graham's out there. But Baldinsville has not left their huddle yet.
Nope.
No.
They're like, let's go. Let's talk it over. Now they want to get out there like, let's get this over.
Now they've got it right there. All right, we're going to turn the camera right back around over to the opening face-off for the last quarter of the Section 3 Class A Finals.
This upcoming faceoff is very, very vital for both teams, as Jalen Graham wants to get a possession here for the Warriors, while Jacob Chiz wants to isolate the ball and have the Bees kill some clock.
Jalen Graham, Jacob Chiz lining up for the opening faceoff, the last opening faceoff of this game. Jacob Chiz comes away with it. Chiz racing up the side. Stops back and sends it over to Pennefeather Stevenson. Pennefeather Stevenson over to Dial. Dial curls around, loses possession of the ball, and it's a fight for it. And Liverpool will get possession.
It's another over and back on the Beeville Bees, but once again, Liverpool playing some stout defense right off the start of the fourth quarter.
Fires it, scores! Jackson Furr, I believe, with that goal. I can't really see the number on that.
I believe it was Aaron Clouthier on the...
Aaron Clouthier with another one?
Yep, I think it was,
That is incredible. It's hard to see the numbers. The black and the orange don't really go too well, especially in the darkness. It's pretty hard to see for us. No,
I'm trying to right now.
We're trying. Owen Mashad with the assist on that one. 12-7, 5-goal game. Liverpool can definitely come back in this quarter and tie it up. If it was, I believe, 8 goals probably for Baldinsville in that last quarter, Liverpool can do it. As Chiz races, sends one through the field goal over the net, and it hits the hurdles right by the scoreboard. That was far and away. That was a field goal. That was a good.
That was eventful.
That was an extra point. Jacob Chiz starts off with it. It's over to Dial. Dial to Doyle. Doyle back to Dial. Dial over to Doyle. Doyle cutting through the middle. He sends one back. And Owen Salinger with another amazing save. Out of bounds, Liverpool will get possession of this one as Jean-Paul Cooper takes it. Cooper sends it up to Jake Soccer. Soccer racing up the sideline. Soccer up the sideline, sends it to the right. Cutting back is Jackson Furr. Furr making his way around Beeville defenders. As it goes up to Dominic Osbeck. Osbeck up top trying to see what he can do as it sent over to Jalen Graham, who comes back in the game. Graham over to Sacco. Sacco being chased by Trey Ordway. Sacco trying to get around him, sends it behind to Aaron Clouthier. Clouthier getting chased around. Clouthier trying to get some momentum here, turns around, trying to see who's open, and he sends it up Dominic Osbeck. Osbeck rushing around, sends it through the middle, shoots just wide, but someone's behind there to pick up that ball, and sends it right back up the middle to Aaron Clouthier. Owen Mashad fires one, and there's no one there, and it's a race for the ball again. It's another race for the ball. It's a loose ground ball. And no one can get this. Owen Mashad trying to get it. There's pushing and shoving down there. And the whistle is blown. Liverpool will get possession of this ball. as Dominic Osbeck rushes it up the field. Osbeck to the right, sets back, stops back, and sends it over to Graham. Jalen Graham with it, and sends it over to Joseph Sacco. Sacco going around the net. Fires one through the middle, shoots, he scores!
Huge goal.
Aaron Clouthier with another one. I believe that's his 5th goal of the game, 2nd of the quarter. A momentum shift for the Liverpool Warriors as it's now 12-8.
That's Liverpool's money play, finding Clouthier wide open in the slot, and he makes an easy finish right to the goal.
Liverpool student section going insane on the opposite side of the field. As Chiz and Graham line up for the faceoff. And the scoreboard is duly updated. 1 timeout left for the Warriors, 2 for Baldinsville. And the referee will stop the faceoff. Looks like there was a quick start from Jacob Chiz, and they're going back down for it. Referee's talking to Jalen Graham. The referee's talking to the Baldinsville sideline. And now they're going back down for this face-off. So he picks it up, and it looks like it could be a false start on Baldinsville. As Soccer takes it and sends it wide to Sacco. Sacco up to Osbeck. Osbeck far to Sacco. Sacco around the net. Trying to do something with it. Sacco goes through, trying to cut through the middle, fires one, and Nicholas Carey gets a stick on it, and it's now Beeville's ball. As it's sent over to Tucker Macknick. Macknick having a tough time reeling it in, but he has it. Macknick trying to do something with it. Running around Liverpool. He is speed. Tucker Macknick is just pure speed. As it looks like there's a timeout on the Baldinsville Bees with 8:20 left in the game. Baldinsville leading 12-8. We will be right back. And we are back from the Baldinsville timeout. 12-8. Baldinsville leads, 8:20 left in the game. As Keegan Lynch just raced it up the side and sent it back to Carson Dial. Carson Dial thinking about it up top. Carson Dial taking his time with it. Looks like Baldinsville might take a passive approach to their attack now, trying to stall time. Dial standing behind the net. Dial trying to take it around. Sends it through the middle to Colin Doyle, and it's knocked out of his stick. And Liverpool is taking it. Charles Preschunas taking it and passes it wide. Bradley Cole taking it wide for the Warriors. And it's bobbled, and it looks like Beeville will take possession. Trey Ordway with it back there, taking it behind the net. He's getting chased by Liverpool. Attack, and it looks like it'll be Liverpool possession.
That's a huge ride by the Warriors as they gain another possession, and they're playing like it's life or death right now.
As Mashad sends it out to Soccer. Soccer over to Osbeck. Osbeck doing something with it up top. Osbeck taking a trip around, and is knocked out of his stick. Osbeck on the race to Macknick with it, and Macknick comes away with it as he's met by Owen Mashad. And Tucker Macknick, the long stick, comes away with it as he passes it up the field. Baldwinsville with another offensive attack here as they're taking it up the side. It looks like there's waiting for something to happen out there on the side. As Colin Doyle has it. And he sends it up to Keegan Lynch. Back over. Looks like Ryan Quinn has it. Takes it through. Sends it over to Ryan Hollenbeck. He shoots. Scores again. Ryan Hollenbeck makes it 13-8.
That's a huge, huge goal for the Balwinsville Bees as Liverpool got 2 huge goals, and now Balwinsville responds. They respond just like that, and they find the wide open man right in the slot as Ryan Quinn makes a nice little dodge around it, Clouthier, and Balwinsville finds the back of the net once again.
An amazing job for Baldwinsville as 8 seconds are once again added. Looks like Chiz and Graham, a great face-off duo we've seen tonight, going back to the face-off circle. As 6:05 is left, after the clock was left running after that goal. And Chiz comes away with it. Chiz sends it up to Penfeather Stevenson. Penfeather Stevenson sends it over to Lynch. Penfeather Stevenson comes off, and Caden Cox comes on. Keegan Lynch taking it around the side. Keegan Lynch behind the net. He's waiting with it as he's met by Charles Piscianis. Keegan Lynch trying to make a rotation around here. Met by Piscianis' stick. Piscianis is making a great, he has great defensive ability, especially against Keegan Lynch. He's the one that Liverpool wants on Keegan Lynch as he sends one up to Ryan Quinn. Ryan Quinn behind the net, cutting back, cuts back again. Now it's up to Caden Cox. Cox over to Leo Johnson. Johnson trying to do something with it. Just taking a little passive approach on the side. 5 minutes left in the game.
Balwinsville looks as if they're just going to try and kill as much clock as they possibly can. And they've been doing a very good job at it so far as they've been keeping the ball, keeping their composure, and keeping possession, which has been crucial to their success.
Leo Johnson behind the net, trying to make something happen. Sends one up the middle, and nothing is happening yet. As Carson Dial got the ball knocked out of his stick, and now Liverpool has it. Riley Cooper has it, and he's getting knocked down, and Baldwinsville takes possession of it again. Carson Dial with it. Knocked out of his stick, and a whistle is blown as Jake Soccer knocked it out of his stick. And it looks like there's a timeout on the Baldwinsville Bees. With 4:23 left in the fourth quarter, Baldwinsville has used up all their timeouts. Liverpool still has one timeout, which I'm sure they're going to use before the end of the game. Now, Noah, do you have anything to say before we take a quick break during this timeout?
Baldwinsville's been playing very well. They've been keeping the ball. They haven't been throwing it away. They've been keeping their composure, and I'm not very surprised. They've been doing very well so far. In the second half, they've gotten 10 goals in the second half. They got 9 last quarter, and they got 1 in this quarter. They stopped Liverpool's momentum where they had 2 straight goals. Ballinsville really just slowed everything down.
This is it's a great showing by both Liverpool and Baldinsville. I don't think any team has been disappointing tonight. But Liverpool is outplaying what I think a lot of people thought they would be doing, and Liverpool has a lot of time to score 5 goals. I mean, it might seem impossible for them, but I think that it can happen. I think that Liverpool can score those goals. Baldinsville just needs to maintain their lead. That's what that's what head coach Matt Wilcox is talking about right now, maintaining that lead as Baldinsville is done with their timeout. Liverpool leaving their huddle as we speak. Baldinsville parents and students on their feet as this game is coming to a close. 4:23 left. And a great news, the New York Mets are winning tonight too.
Oh, you love your Mets, Drew, don't you?
5-3. Or 7-3? What did I just see on my phone? 7-3.
Oh.
As the Bees will start off with a Keegan Lynch turns on the Jets. Lynch going around the net, trying to cut back. Does cut back. Met by a wave of Liverpool defenders, a swarm of it. There's a flag. Shoots and scores! Trey Ordway. Baldinsville doing the gritty on the sideline after that one. I believe that was Ordway from Lynch.
Lynch has been doing a great job finding the open man tonight, not being too selfish, and he's found Trey Ordway wide open, and Ordway puts it home as the flag was down.
I was correct on that one. It was Trey Ordway from Keegan Lynch. I got that one right. You know, it's very hard to see. I don't think we have actually gotten a lot wrong tonight. It's surprising because these jerseys are very hard to see in the darkness and these lights. And a great job to Owen O'Keefe, who's usually on the North Star Network tonight. We are here tonight. He's doing PA and a little bit of scoreboard, or a little bit of PA and a lot of scoreboard tonight. He's doing a fantastic job with both, helping out Daryl White there on the mic. As Jacob Chiz wins the faceoff, he leaves the field, and so does Pennyfeather Stevenson as Trey Ordway and Carson Dial enter the field. And it's out of bounds. Liverpool will get possession of this ball as it's sent over to Owen Salinger. Salinger rushing it up the field a little bit, trying to be a little bit more careful with it as he sends it up the field to Aaron Clothier. And it's behind the net to Liverpool. Jackson Furr with it. Furr trying to get around the net. Furr to the middle. He shoots one off the post, and Baldinsville will get possession of that one back. The post is the MVP of any game that we like to say on the North Star Network all the time as Pennyfeather Stevenson takes it, and he sends it up to Keegan Lynch. Lynch down to Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck probably the player of the game for Baldinsville tonight.
Been spectacular. He's been finding the back of the net like it's nothing.
Hollenbeck to Trey Ordway, and Trey Ordway is almost sealing the deal for Baldinsville tonight. 15 and Baldinsville, their celebrations, they did that in the last game they played against Syracuse City. Their sideline celebrations are just the greatest. 2:57 left in the game. Baldinsville leads 15-8.
Baldinsville's been keeping their composure very well. They haven't been coughing up the ball as much in the second half. I don't think they've really coughed up the ball too much at all in the second half. They've been playing very composed. They've been keeping the ball. It looks like a goalie change will happen for Liverpool.
As we can see, Graham and Chiz on the faceoff. As they're lining up for the faceoff. And Baldinsville will win it. Pennyfeather Stevenson picks it up. Chiz exits the field as Doyle enters the field. Pennyfeather Stevenson has it and sends it over to Doyle. Pennyfeather Stevenson exits. And on enters Carson Dial. Hollenbeck has it on the side. Hollenbeck curls around and sends it back over to Ryan Quinn. Quinn over to Lynch. 2:27 left. As it's knocked out of his stick, Charles Prischanis has it. And it looks like in net for the Warriors is Mark Matat now. Owen Salinger has been taken out. As Baldwinsville grabs it. And around the net is Keegan Lynch. Keegan Lynch directing traffic again as he passes it over to Ryan Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck behind the net. 1:47 left in the game. Hollenbeck behind the net. Being chased by Bradley Cole. Drops it back to Colin Doyle. Doyle sends it over. Ryan Quinn has it now. Ryan Quinn on top. Ryan Quinn taking it around the side. Quinn taking it around. Matat getting out of his crease. And he's facing Carson Dial. There's an empty net as Mark Matat is out. He's going back in as Carson Dial gets defended. Sends it over to Ryan Hollenbeck. 58 seconds left. Hollenbeck taking it up the side. Hollenbeck behind the net. And he sends it over to Lynch. 47 seconds left. The student section is on the sideline for Baldwinsville. Keegan Lynch racing it up the side. 38 seconds left. Keegan Lynch taking it to the midfield, being chased on by Riley Cooper. 27 seconds. Keegan Lynch being poked at by Riley Cooper, taking it back to the midfield around the 45-yard line. Lynch breaks free. 14 seconds left. And it looks like 3, 2, 1. And the Baldwinsville Bees are your Section 3 Class A 2022 champions for boys lacrosse. An amazing season by the Baldwinsville Bees as they secure the deal after a 15-1 season, an 8-0 in the SCAC Metro, and 10-0 in the conference. An amazing season by the Bees and an amazing season by the Warriors. The Warriors were able to stay with Baldwinsville for a relatively good amount of time. A good season of both teams. It's amazing to see this game so close, so good. It was an incredible game, Noah.
It was very unpredictable. I didn't expect Liverpool. I knew Liverpool was going to come out fighting, but I didn't expect them to come out that hard, that tenacious, and that energetic right off the bat. It was a very good game by them, and it was a great game overall.
It was a great game indeed. We're going to turn on the camera mic so we can hear these ceremonies for the Section 3 finals.
We'll just leave it soon down, right? Hold the much later. Keep it on for the finals.
Fans in the round of applause and congratulations to the Liverpool Warriors on a successful season, including the championship appearance tonight. Thanks to the director of attention to the North Carolina for accepting the record general and the World Football Committee member, each day will present individual awards to the 63 home Class A Wood President Class champion, Balwinsville. When you're here today, please come forward. Number 1, Brian Quinn. Number 2, Eden Cox. Number 3, Rio Johnson. Number 4, Will Woodley. Number 5, Jameson Blake. Number 6, Nicholas Carey. Number 7, Jake Shields. Number 8, Connor Smochensky. Number 9, Austin McCoy. Number 10, Will O'Hine. Number 11, Brandon Pennefather Stevenson. Number 12, Pat Ox. Number 13, Ian Lynch. Number 14, Connor Benedict. Number 15, Corey Marinelli. And number 15, Mason Clark. And number 16, Corey Marinelli. Number 17, Ryan Holland. Number 18, Rex Gilmore. Number 19, Will Sutton. Number 20, Cole Saylor. Number 21, Anthony Luigi. Number 22, Carson Lyle. Number 20, Tony Howard Taylor. 3. Number 3, Zachary. Number 31, Connor Little. Number 33, Sherry Ordway. Number 34, Nicholas Foster. And number 35, Zachary Shea. At this time, the Liverpool captains for the whole team to come forward to receive your championship banner. Once again, congratulations to all the teams out there inside.